Hi everyone, it's Annalie from seventhsensehealing.com. So I am doing a reading for you from the 8th of December. I've been at home for 5 days with a flu and cold virus thing. So I'm a bit bunged up still, but I still wanted to get a reading done for you. So yeah, this time of year there's lots of viruses going around, and it's really important that we listen to our body and rest. So against my nature, I've just been resting for 5 days, and there's so much stuff I want to do and plan and get sorted out, particularly for the end of the year. But I've just been listening to my body, resting, sleeping, nice salt baths, lemon, honey and ginger, all those good things, and just giving my body what it needs. So I'm starting with the Ascended Masters cards. So let's see what messages there are for us here for this week. So one that's just jumped out, which I think I've never had as a card before, is the Listen card, and it's Manjushri. So it's definitely an Indian god or goddess there, and it's saying listen, which is odd because that's just what I was saying to you. So there's two meanings that come straight to me and things that come into my head as soon as I get that card. So the first one is listen to your body, and the second is listen to your intuition. Sort of the same but different at the same time. So if we're listening to our body, then we're listening to what our body is telling us. So, if we're getting sick, or if we're having, like eczema coming out, or if we're feeling tired, lots of people saying they're feeling tired, and they've got allergies, even though it's the winter, and, they're feeling exhausted. Some people finding it hard to come to yoga because their bodies are exhausted. Then we need to listen. And it's listening as in like I've done this week, so just had like 5 days at home. But it's also listening to understand what's causing that. So for me, when I'm thinking and listening to my body and resting, and I'm thinking, why have I got a flu virus? Well, obviously this flu virus is going around, but why is it hit me so hard this time? And I know why, because I've had a really busy year. And also I'm a Leo, I'm a sun sign, so I love the sunshine and being out in the sun. And this time of year in England it's cold and wet and dark, so for me always winter is a tricky time, particularly this time of year, and I'm quite susceptible in December in the run up to Christmas to getting a bug, and it probably happens to me every year, and I might be wiped out probably a little bit later in the month rather than right at the month, but this is a common thing for me. So I've been doing things like like mango and pineapple and vitamin C drinks and things like that, because that gives me that sun energy. Those fruits have been grown in hot, sunny countries, and we need the extra vitamin C and D3. So I do supplement more, and I'm trying to eat fruit and get out, when it's a nice day, and walk the dog in nice places. So that's listening, but also learning and respecting what your body needs. So if we're really busy and we're rushing around and we just keep ploughing on and keep going, we don't listen to our body and those signs. And we might slap on some cream to cover up eczema. We might keep going to work or keep scheduling in events at the weekend and not having a break. And then, we're not listening to our body, and we're not going to get better. Our bodies are in overload of stress and toxins and life. But if we don't cut those things back, we'll never heal. And something I learned on my nutritional healing diploma was when we're in fight and flight and we're rushing around and we don't stop to rest, then our bodies won't heal. We can only heal ourselves, illnesses, our minds, physical, mental, emotional things, in a state of rest and relaxation, because the body can only do so many things at once. how can it fight illness, and how can it fight infections, and how can it help your body calm down so that you're not having allergic reactions if you're in your next stress response, or you're rushing, or you're going to the next place, because the adrenaline, histamine, cortisol, all of that stuff is still rushing around in the body, and it's moving on to the next thing. So it's like, well, I can't heal myself now, I can't get better because actually I'm in fight and flight again and I'm rushing on. So this for me is really listen to your body, but also learn what's going on with your body, and learn what are your triggers and what are you doing. What do we keep doing to ourselves to keep getting ourselves into the same situation? And with 2020 coming up, it's a real time of stopping those patterns in behaviours. We don't want to take them into the next 10 years with us and repeat them. Surely we're learning our lessons each year and learning what's going on with us so we can make changes to support ourselves. So let's not run into the next 10 years with the same patterns and not learn, what we needed to in the last 10. The other message is listen to your intuition. So there's this huge energy coming in for 2020, and you might feel that you want to make big changes, or that big changes are coming up for you, and you might not know what those are yet. And some of you might do, but you might not be quite there yet. So we've really got to listen to our intuition and the voices inside us that are telling us, what are the next steps. And in my reading last week, it said kind of springtime would be when things start to come to fruition. So you might get information and downloads and intuitive messages or synchronicities or signs about what you need to be doing next. And that's great, and you might be feeling really positive about those, but it doesn't mean you have to action them immediately. So, there's a right time for everything. So, start getting a journal out, start mind mapping, and start thinking about those plans and what they might be and how you might pull them together. You might need to leave a job or work part-time or do a course or save some money. So even though we get that information now about how we might be changing our life in 2020 and ongoing from there, it doesn't mean we're immediately doing that just yet. So harness the energy by planning and writing out in your journal and mind mapping and setting those intentions, and then let the universe decide when it's the right time, rather than suddenly having all these ideas and trying to push or force them now because it's winter. We need to be rest and restoring, and it takes time for things to come together. So listen to your body and learn what your body's been telling you, and see if you can stop taking repeated patterns that are unhealthy, unhelpful into the next decade. But listen to your intuition too, about what's next for you, what's a good thing for you to do and what isn't. And, carefully write out some plans and mind map and set intentions, so that you can really start to think it through. Maybe do some budgeting. What do you need to do for your next thing? Do you need a new website? Do you need to, set up social media? Do you need to do photos for your website or marketing or advertising? What's your plan to bring in this new thing that you want? The universe will help you, but it's good to sort of think it through and really flesh it out. Pros and cons, all sorts of things really. So it's quite a lot from one card that's just come in for me. So listen, and I'll have a look in the book afterwards. So when I take a photo and put them on Instagram and Facebook, we can find out a little bit more about this chap, because I've never had this card before. So that was a lot, wasn't it? There was a lot of clearing energy before I used those cards today as well, to really get some clear message for us, and I think that was pretty clear. Okay, Crystal Angels. 2 cards popped out straight away. So this is Opal. So I have opalite on. I really like opal and opalite, slightly different stones, but really nice. It says, let yourself sparkle and shine. You are guided to be bold and show your bigger than life side to the world. So I think I said last week in my reading, what are you hiding? What haven't you been showing yet? What sides of you do you want to come out in the next decade in 2020? So I feel there's a lot of us going to have big changes coming up, maybe changes in careers, things we're doing, or maybe, things will increase for us with current things that we're doing. but it's really your time to shine. So what is it that you want to come out? Lots of people talk to me that maybe they want to do Reiki healing, maybe they want to do massage, they want to train in other things. And or maybe they haven't done stuff for a long time. So we're going to do this in the women's circle. And I've done it a couple of times this year in my workshops and retreat days. What are the things that you used to love to do that you're going to bring them out? And actually people have been telling me things that they've been starting to bring out. So one thing for me is dance. Next year I'd like to do more dancing. I'd like to get back on my surfboard. I'd like to get back out in the camper van a bit more and explore. So I've got all sorts of things that I want to do. That's not just like for my healing and yoga work. That's stuff for me personally, but I know those things make me feel really happy. So next year I think it's about as well, how do you feel and how do you want to feel? Not just setting intentions for abundance coming in or, new jobs or partners or different life changes, but also about how we feel. So next year we want to feel happy and revitalized and well and alive and vibrant and full of vitality, and think of all those, and maybe loved, and think of all those nice things about how you want to feel. Because when we feel happy and loved and calm and relaxed and content, then all this stuff will flow. If we're feeling tired and stressed and exhausted and ill and sick, stuff doesn't flow. So if we get ourselves into a good healthy state, feeling happy and healthy, then the things that we're manifesting will flow in much better for us than if we're blocked or stressed or tired or sick. So let yourself sparkle and shine. I think it means talents and things maybe you want to work on, things you've been hiding away, but also health again. Health is a big word for us next year. How are we feeling? How are we doing? Are we feeling healthy, well, happy, loved, calm, steady, relaxed? And then when we're in that place, then all this goodness and vitality will help us really shine out. And that will link into your manifestations that you're working on too. So that was Crystal Angels. A second one popped out, which was Charoite card. So it's got a amethyst. Well, it looks like an amethyst, but it's not. It's the crystal Charoite, but it looks like amethyst, and it's a heart, and it's got wings around it, angel wings, and it says spiritual protection. So you are being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. So that's really nice guidance and reassurance there, as you move forward with the things that you want to do. You've got your angels watching over you. So the angels are always there, and your spirit guides and ancestors, or you have a little army of people watching over and protecting you. But if you really want to invoke that spiritual protection, maybe you're going out somewhere, maybe you're going to do a talk, or maybe you're working and the energy at work is too strong, or maybe you're going out Christmas shopping and the energy in town is too strong, or you're traveling somewhere, you can call on the angels. So Archangel Michael or Archangel Raphael, call their names 3 times and ask them to protect you in whatever it is you need. So really invoke that protection. They are there and they are around you, but you can use them and you can ask them, and you need to ask them to protect you even more. So yeah, you are being watched over. It's really nice to know that, and what you're doing is being supported by the universe. But yeah, do call on your guides and angels to protect you in times of need or travel or wherever you're going. So there's so much energy going around at the moment, and so much toxic, dark energy and anger and fear and frustration coming out through a lot of people, through politics, social media and that kind of stuff. So we need to protect ourselves. And when you go on Facebook and those other platforms, just protect yourself before you go on, so you don't pick up all that energy from people. Or if you're going to see someone difficult or there's a challenging situation, protect yourself before you go into it. So we're doing all this good work to sparkle and shine. So we need to protect ourselves more, our energy fields more, to keep that nice vibrancy. Because when you've got this vibrant sparkle, then you can attract people towards you, but you don't want to pick up their stuff. You just want to be in this nice place. So protection is really good for that. So I can do a video on how to protect yourself energetically. Actually, I'll do one before the year is out. I'm going to do quite a few over the next couple of weeks on different things for the holiday period and next year, all sorts of ideas. So these are the fairy cards. Oh gosh, 2 popped out again. Sorry, this is a mega reading this week. We're having 5 cards. Really linked into 2020 and everything we're doing. So we've got affirmations. To lift up your thoughts and energy and to attract what you desire, use positive affirmations. So this is different from intention setting, really. This is reaffirming stuff to yourself. So quite often we can have sort of negative thoughts, or we can undo our good work about intention setting. So positive affirmations are like abundance flows through me, or I am confident, I am courageous, I am achieving all my dreams and desires. So it's positive statements about things you want in your life. I am calm, I am peaceful, I am relaxed, I am happy, I am loved, I am enough. So think about your affirmations and you can tap them into the thymus. You know, I am confident, I am confident, I am confident. Abundance flows to me. Just tap and say them to yourself. Tap in on the thymus to get them really part of your psyche and your makeup. Because there's no point setting intentions or trying to manifest, you know, abundance and love and all those things if you don't really feel it and believe it, and it's in your body and in your bones and in your structure. So I am loved, I love myself. Might be quite hard to say, but tap it into the body as well. Write them down. I have like 7 or 8 or 9 affirmations I do when I'm walking the dog. So I did them through my chakras. I have 7 or 8 or 9 affirmations I do when I walk my dog, and I went through my chakras a few years ago and worked out what each one needed, but it doesn't need to be that complicated. You can just think of a few. So think about positive affirmations that you want to say for yourself. That will really help bring in that positive energy that you want so that you can manifest. So here's the other one. Ask for what you want. Let the universe and other people know what you need. So for me, this isn't just setting your intentions, it's what do you need emotionally, spiritually, all of it. So asking for what you want could be your intention setting, but maybe you need some help with stuff. Maybe you've got something coming up. Maybe you're busy. Maybe you're moving house. Maybe, you know, you're juggling too many things. You need someone to help with your child or your, you know, dog or whatever it is. Maybe you need a bit of emotional support. Maybe you're having a tough time in a relationship. So reach out for support. Don't try and do everything by yourself. You know, you'll have your friends, your family around you. If you're going through a tough time at the moment, please reach out, because we think we can cope with everything by ourselves and we try and manage it all. But, you know, friends and family love to help you if you need it. You know, that's what they're there for. So do reach out. So yeah, it's what you need, not just what you want. So obviously if you're setting intentions, and there's so much of that, and I'm talking about it a lot, then do ask and be specific and clear, and there'll be a whole video on that between Christmas and New Year about this intention setting for 2020. But let people know what you need, and I think that is support too, not just about affirmations and the like. So it's a really long reading, but there was so much that needed to come out today through these packs. So we have listen to what your body needs and listen to your intuition. We had let yourself sparkle and shine. So really bring out those things in you that make you feel happy and that you want to do. You are being protected, but don't forget you can call for protection too, and do, particularly over Christmas period, you know, in difficult situations, maybe with family, call for that protection. Use positive affirmations to uplift your energy, and ask for what you want, not just from an affirmation or manifestation basis, but for your own needs that you might need help with at the moment. Have a great week, everybody. Thank you.